Welcome back. This is going to be a really short video, just a little extra thing about static, which you might encounter or use in your programs. I think students have liked using it in the past. You're going to see here I have this class called direction. I'm going to end up using it with that player class we were talking about, and you're going to see what I've done here. I've made some variables, public static integer, and I've given names, basically, variables to the 4 different directions that a player might be moving in this game. And I've made them static. Now, why do this? Right? Well, let's just go look at the code, how the code can actually look sort of nice and neat inside a runner. And so I have a couple players made here. Whoops. I can now do stuff like this with my players. I could say, player 1, set your direction equal to, and instead of having to memorize the numbers, which you may go, oh, come on, how hard is it? In some programs, it might be easier just to do this. Hey, direction, north. And direction class dot north, nice static variable you can access, is 90. You may say that's way more typing. I say that's nice to look at, very easy to understand, and if you ever in the future somehow or whatever reason decide that these angles are going to change, like maybe north becomes 0. I don't know, somebody else has some weird way to draw this out on the screen. If you change the numbers, you don't change this line at all. Everything's just obviously accessing that variable. Pretty nice, right? The other thing we want to add here is, let's say that your program, this variable is never going to change. North is 90, and within your program, it's not going to be changing, right? Then what you can do is you can throw in the word public static final. And when you throw in the word final, final basically means, I'm having trouble there, but I think you get the idea. Final means no changing allowed. So that's a final value. You can use this, right? This is not private or public stuff. This just means final value. You won't be able to increase it by adding 1. For instance, here in the code, if I did something like north plus plus, you'll see the error is cannot assign a value. It's final, right? You say it once, that's it. Okay, so you'll often see things like in our calculator class, pi, that would have been a great one to make final. You know it's not going to be changing. Little extra note, when you do declare variables final, basically that means it's a constant, right? A constant value. The notation for constants, use all capitals. I hope I spelt it there. I'm awful at English. But capital letters signify that it's a constant. So that's why I'd originally made these all capitals in the first place. And in the calculator class, really pi, if it's final, it should be capital pi as well. Right? Anyways, that's the little extras there. One extra use of your static variables is doing something like that in your program with a list of values. So you don't have to type the numbers all the time. You can basically type the words so your code reads really nicely to somebody looking at the code. Thanks for watching.